And now we have with us Dr. Blanca Chocarro Ruiz from EIT Manufacturing. Blanca, tell us in plain English, what do you do?
Well, I work for EIT Manufacturing. EIT stands for the European Institute of Innovation and Technology. This is a European funding body, so we support innovation, education, and business creation activities at the European Union, but also the associated countries as a whole on the manufacturing domain, of course. And me in particular, I'm project manager on topics like circular economy, water scarcity, and all green and sustainable related topics for the manufacturing.
Okay, so how do we make manufacturing more green or greener?
That is too broad to ask. That is too broad.
Where do we start?
We can start with innovation. That's always good. We have solutions there that didn't reach the market just yet, so we need to support them to reduce this gap that still exists to access the market because they are high risk. So still we need to lower the risk with investment opportunities so we can still support them more and get to the market. If we want to reach, for example, our goal to be carbon neutral by 2050, we need more investment in that direction, more solutions in that direction.
But can manufacturing, which is like some ugly industry, can reach this goal of carbon neutrality?
Yeah, we say carbon neutrality because at the end what we want to do is to compensate if there are emissions. So if still some industries that are highly pollutant, and let's hope in the future they are not, we still can offer other solutions to reduce these, for example, carbon emissions, let's say, so these greenhouse emissions. So carbon neutrality doesn't mean that at the end we totally stop the emissions. Let's hope yes, and that is the goal. But even we can propose in the long term a negative impact to reduce those emissions in other directions.
So, speaking long term, which innovations are you most counting on to achieve this goal?
It's very, very, very broad. It really depends on the industry, but we are talking about alternative resource of energy, of course. We are talking about a circular economy as a topic, so starting from the very beginning, reduce by design, reduce the raw materials that we use, work more on recycling materials, and then circular business models, alternatives from the whole chain. So let's talk about remanufacturing, refurbishment, maintenance, and then close the loop with start using again all those solutions, for example.
Okay, perfect. One of the topics of this year's Industrial Forum in Slovenia is also how to get more women into manufacturing and engineering in general. If I understand correctly, you're also part of one of these initiatives like Supernova. What does Supernova initiative do?
Yes, I presented two. It was Leaders, but it's for Women Innovators, and Supernovas. This is a new program that we are offering, and we want to support young girls from STEM careers, so more from a technical and scientific background, that they would like to pursue a career in the entrepreneurship domain, but not only as entrepreneurs themselves or working for startups, but also from the other side. There is still gender gap in that direction, but also from the investment perspective. So these young girls having access to work in venture capital firms or as business angels or corporate ventures, for example.
About getting more women in engineering field, how do you attract them?
Yeah, we have different programs. So, for example, Engage Society and Puppets. So let's start from early in their studies when they are still in school, when we want to show how the manufacturing industry can be attractive for them. Sometimes, but not only for girls, even for young boys, maybe. The task force, the workforce in the manufacturing domain is not as fancy as other job opportunities, but we want to show that currently that's not true, that it can be very interesting, especially now that we are moving for this 4.0 industry, this high-tech industry. So we want to start from the beginning, and then, of course, offering these opportunities for these women that they already work in the field as role models to inspire other young girls that they would like to apply and work in that direction.
So today you're a successful woman. What life lesson would you pass down to the young Blanca? Blanca 10, 20 years ago.
This is this is a difficult question,
It's supposed to be.
but I think we are definitely in the right direction to reduce the gender gap. And I don't think we need. I think young girls maybe already know, that they are opportunities for them everywhere. They don't need to focus on what is more expected as a job opportunity of a woman, and that deep tech, high tech is still very, very attractive and very challenging. And in my opinion, I find it very, very stimulating. Let's say the scientific and the technological field. So I think it's very stimulating.
Okay, so now we will look towards the future. What is your lifetime goal or career goal that you're aiming for?
Wow. I think, but this is totally personal on me. I think it's to make a positive impact on the world. In my personal goals will be more on the sustainability side, on the environmental sustainability, and I don't know, to end one day, sit down and say, okay, now the world it's a bit better because I was here. This is it can be something super, super small, but still think positive impact to the world, I will say.
Perfect. Well, Ms. Chocarro, please keep up the good work and thank you for your time and answers and enjoy the rest of the Industrial Forum.